Welcome to Build from Scratch, which is a fun challenge that I decided to give myself where I have 2 hours to collect as many items as I can and then I must build from those items. Currently, we have some rules that are bound to change, which is that any items that I do not use in the previous episode must be used in the next episode, and there's currently no punishment, there's nothing that happens when I don't do that, so if you guys have an idea, put it down in the comments, I guess. And currently I'm kind of debating whether I have farms or not, so with that being said, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the video. First things first, I decided to check what I actually had to build with, and then I was trying to think of what I could do for the build, because I had quite a lot of blocks I had to use. It's not like I had 1 or 2. I was left with quite a bit, so while thinking, I decided to chop trees. That's basically the whole mentality of this resource collecting section. This episode is just, if in doubt, cut trees. Get wood. And so obviously I was exploring around, cutting some trees, and I decided I wanted to get some help. I'm not sure why. I just thought it'd be a good idea, and then I saw the shipwreck in the corner of my eye and thought this would be really cool to check out. So I did, and I got some cool stuff, I guess. Nothing too useful for building, but I got iron and stuff, so it meant I could upgrade my items, which was pretty nice. Then I went back to the original mission, which was getting a bunch of kelp. I got quite a lot, actually. I wasn't really sure why I needed to get kelp, but I thought it'd be really cool to get. So yeah. After all that gathering, I decided to just put all the stuff away so that I can figure out what I could build, so that I can kind of have a direction of what else I could gather. I think we might be doing... Yeah, I feel like I can do a dock or something like that with this. Get more stone, I think. I actually don't remember how full... Oh! That was totally my bad. So yeah, I did decide to just get a bunch of stuff. I was thinking kind of more stone, but I also know that I got granite and stuff. I don't think having a lot will harm me. Do I have some already? I actually don't know. Maybe this could look like salmon or salmon or whatever you want to call it. You know, fish. If you look hard enough, it'll look like it. I think. Surely you just get a stack of stone? Honestly, with the amount of items we have, I'm gonna bite my tongue saying this, but I feel like that could kind of carry us. I don't think I'm gonna need to collect a lot this session. Because, okay, we have a lot here. So we have, let's say this is our base. And then we have these accents. This could be part of the docky area thing. Maybe? This will be supporting, we can make fences. If we make a dock, does that count as a building? We can do an inside market, or a hall with a market inside of it, if that makes sense. This could be fish stuff. We can make trapdoors. I don't know about copper. It could be some sort of mechanism, machine thingy, thing. See, this stuff here kind of stumps me. Okay, the door doesn't really, because I can just make it part of the thing. This top row, this top row stumps me. This I can kind of work with. This I can kind of work with. These I definitely can. It's just the top row. I'm not sure what I can do. I wish I could start building and kind of see where I can do what I can work with, but this, I just can't. Do I get more of this, or do I just make these accents or random blocks you place for decor? I feel like that's what I'm gonna have to do. I just don't know how to do it, you know? 21... It's 23 andesite. Smooth stone I can work with, actually. Smooth stone I can definitely work with. It's just like, these ones I can work with. The rest, I don't know. Do I just focus more on getting like wood? I'm pretty sure I already stated this before, but yeah, that was my whole mentality. Probably because I thought that wood would be a cohesive like block for everything I had. No idea why, I just thought it was. Then I decided to just go mining. I think I wanted to get some more stone and maybe just some more ores like iron and coal. I wasn't quite sure what I needed, but I just kind of got whatever. If I got one block, I would try to get more, so that's what I was doing in the andesite, and I just thought it'd be good to go on this mining trip. I found this really cool mine shaft. It was really huge. I didn't actually end up exploring all of it because it was kind of that big. And also because there was a massive cave, so I was just like, whoa. And I got distracted by everything. But it was kind of cool to just get a bunch of like ores and see like what it had to offer, I guess. I'm definitely gonna be exploring this cave and this mine shaft further on, but I have so many caves to explore, so yeah. But I did manage to get cool stuff from this, from what I did explore, so that was pretty cool. When I arrived back to base, or well, the chest area, I kind of sorted the stuff and tried to see what I needed. And then I just decided to explore a whole nother cave instead of going to the one I previously looked at. I don't know. And that was pretty cool. I found another mine shaft. I was really lucky. I found like a mob spawner in the mine shaft, and I mean the loot wasn't good, but I mean I found quite a few, quite a bit of loot. So yeah, and just exploring was really cool. It was like massive. So another cave I'm definitely gonna explore in the future. I saw another mob spawner. I don't think there's anything really important there, but it was pretty cool as well. Yeah, and that was it for the collecting phase. Okay. Okay. We're gonna start with this first. And then we can probably end in, I don't know about the gravel. Add in these. How do I incorporate this first? Okay. I kinda wanna build here. That's what I'm thinking. We just need some slabs. So this idea started off when I had kelp blocks, and I just decided to just bridge off that. So I found some photos online of some people making like docks, and also just real life docks, and tried to make something similar. Do I want to do this? I think we can make it slightly bigger. I think I realized that docks were kind of, well, obviously they're made more for like functionality, but I kind of thought that they were prettier than they actually were. I have been to a dock before, but it was forever ago, so I kind of forgot that they're like, they're not really made to be aesthetically pleasing. Not small ones anyway. And I was going for a small one because, well, I don't really like building big, and I just thought it'd be cool, be nice to have like a little small dock. It is meant to be like a village or a hamlet, so there wasn't any point in making anything too big. But you know, I tried to make it pretty, added like a gate and some other stuff. It seems like okay. I tried my best to recreate or kind of give the same vibe as the photos I got. So hopefully it looks okay. When I finished the dock, I started making a foundation for like a building, a proper building, where like people kind of, I thought the idea behind it was maybe a place like a store or an area where people keep their fish after, you know, fishing. This was really hard actually because I had a lot of blocks I needed to use, like andesite, is it diorite? I think that's diorite, the white stuff. And then iron slabs. I was like, how do I use any of this? I also had like a bunch of wool, so I struggled so hard, but I think the gray wool is pretty okay. Like it's not noticeable anyway. Not too noticeable. Ooh, right, yes. The granite. Granite? Is it granite? I don't know. I thought I'd use that texture as fish, like I said earlier in the like collecting portion. It was really hard, but yeah, I used like copper trapdoors because I had a lot of them. I also had quite a bit left over as like containers, and I thought that'd be really cool. I have no idea what a good like condition for a building is to store fish in, but you know, it looks good enough, right? Then I started working on the roof. The roof was pretty fun. It was like a pretty chill experience. Although I did have trouble with the area closer to the gate, or not gate, the entrance of the like dock, because yeah. I also ran out of like, I needed to use granite like stairs. So I tried. I didn't have enough granite. I should have gotten more. I kind of didn't commit enough to getting granite for that. Yeah, you know, looking back at this footage, I realize how messy my building process is. Like, I start one thing, and then sometimes I finish it, and sometimes I don't. But it's fine. During this time, I actually started, like, trying to get really creative, like, especially with the wool blocks, because I did not know what to do with the wool blocks. But I was also running out of blocks. So, because of this, I thought I had too much. I had too much of some blocks, but not enough of others. So what I did was I kind of just started making it seem abandoned by making like mini holes and that kind of thing. And started building up this story for this town, I think. It was really fun actually to do that. But yeah, it was. I feel like the mentality of like the rest of the series is just when in doubt, make it abandoned. Or make everything empty, because things are empty anyway. I wonder how it was like living here when it wasn't so empty. I wonder if the people who worked here worked in silence, or if they talked to each other. I wonder if it was a lonely life, or maybe it was filled with people. Maybe they had a family. Maybe they were the people who lived in that house. I wonder if it was their vacation home, or maybe this was where they actually lived. Maybe they enjoyed their quiet life here. I wonder if every day they went out and fished, or if it was just something that they could do, something they took for granted. I wonder if they cherished their time here, or if they really just left it abandoned for no reason. I wonder a lot of things, and I may never be given an answer, but I think that's fine. I think there's a beauty in the wonder, and maybe it helps me look out for all sorts of other cool things in the world. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I think it'd be really cool if you guys could just like comment if you liked the like last section. I don't know if I want to keep doing that or not. So I wanted to learn something new with editing, and also because I miss doing sound design. So yeah, have fun!